Welcome back to my YouTube channel, for those who are new here. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Please guys, please do subscribe to my channel. Please press that like button, the share, and please do comment. So on today's topic or tips that I'm going to give you today, we're going to talk about how your interview actually begins the minute you press that send button. What did I say? The minute you press that send button, guys. Your interview people tend to think that an interview begins the day they are called formally to say, hey, Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, you are accordingly invited to interview for this particular day, at this time, at a where place. No. That is wrong, guys. We need to do things differently. The minute you press that submit button for an application, that's the minute your interview begins. You may ask yourself, how so? What do you mean? What is meant is that people tend to have assumptions that when they apply for a job, the day they get called for an interview, that's when they'll start preparing for it. You actually prepare for the interview the minute you submit for a job. So firstly, what do I mean by that? I mean that because you're going to submit your CV and supporting documents, for example, your CV needs to be very detailed and very precise. So it needs to ensure that all your qualifications are mentioned in there. You need to ensure that your experience over the years it's written there, and your duties, as well as your references. This thing of you guys leaving references out and saying that we need to request for them, it's a no-no, because it actually delays the interview process, because now at times we are unable to get hold of you guys and we're pressed for time. So as I have said, a CV needs to be detailed because it's your marketing tool. What do I mean? What does it mean? It means that my resume is going to sell me to the recruiters, the HC practitioner or the HR practitioner, because now they need to have some sort of idea of who is Lebohang, so that if they're interested, they're able to invite me for an interview. How then would people invite you for an interview if your marketing tool is blurry, or it doesn't have enough detail for you to be invited? So that's how some people actually lose interview opportunities, because their resume, which is the marketing tool, it's very not detailed. And please guys, refrain from putting like pictures. I see it some sort of a trend. It's okay to put them, but also it creates that biasness, because now I see your Lewan Lepoi Ushebala Juang, and maybe Hakarata the way I shebalanka thing, so I decide I'm chucking it away, to only find out that no, besides the picture, this person actually has the experience that we require. This person's CV is actually juicy, it's interesting, that I need to see this person. I need to for sure to call her for an interview. Then another thing is that you need to take yourself serious so that other people can take you serious. I mean, like, really guys, how when the job advert, which is the requirements, says that you need to submit your CV with supporting documents, please adhere to the recruitment processes. Because if people tend to submit their CV and not submit that supporting documents, we now need to request for them. Let's say after the interview, maybe now we need to do some reference checks, or we need to submit for assessments, And then also you find that people submit supporting documents without the CV. Hello, what are you expecting us to peruse over? Because now I do not know who Lebohang Lepoi is, but now I have these supporting documents, okay, that say that Lebohang Lepoi has this qualification, she's registered with this, blah, 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 blah. But where is the detailed CV that says, okay, this is where you went to high school, this is where you went to varsity, you started working at this so-and-so company for so amount of years, you started as a what until you progressed to where you're currently at. Not there. What is expected? Are you expecting the recruiter or the AC practitioner or HR practitioner to call you and say, hey, Mr. So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so, please can you provide me with your CV? You only submitted your supporting documents. Guys, don't do that. It is in rare cases or in, rare jobs that you may find that recruiters actually do that courtesy of actually saying that they would call the candidate and say, hey, Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, you forgot to submit this. Can you please kindly resubmit it? It's a different story if, let's say, that you are struggling to submit on the website. Then obviously, for some reason, you find the recruiter's email address and you submit it there. But now, if you do not submit any documents, then what? Yeah, exactly. Same question are you asking yourself? That's the same questions that we ask ourselves. What is this person thinking? This person is wasting our time. This person is not serious. So how are we supposed to take them serious? And then lastly, guys, thoroughly prepare for interviews. As much as nerves get the best of us, even as HC practitioners, HR practitioners or recruiters, we do get nervous ourselves if we go for interviews, but you need to prepare thoroughly for an interview, guys. It can't be that you're going to a company and then when you sit there for an interview and then you're asked what do you know about the company, then you you keep on looking at everybody and wondering what is going on. It reminds me of a certain interview that I had most recently, but there's a story not almost crack in that interview. Somebody would say that, oh no, that is very unprofessional. But guys, interviews, that's where you see all types of things, eh? So like I say, you prepare thoroughly for an interview. Yes, we apply for a lot of jobs. It wouldn't be ideal to prepare for each interview the minute you submit for it, but sometimes, because of the deadlines that recruiters or HR practitioners, AC practitioners find themselves into, you may find yourself being called the day before for an interview, and then now you're stressed out. So maybe a good way of preparing yourself for maybe almost all interviews or job applications that you are applying for would be keeping up with the trends of your profession. Keep reminding yourself the basics of your profession in terms of technicals. Maybe let's say if you're in engineering, things like your circuit breakers, your motors, reminding yourself such things, maybe the formulas, in that way you're stimulating yourself so that by the time you actually get called for a formal interview, you're actually that prepared, hey? I mean, that is wonderful. Yes, the nerves would get the best of you, but hey, honey, it would find you actually prepared. Unlike now, you're there the night before, stressing, having anxiety. Come the day of the interview, you feel like you haven't prepared thoroughly. You feel like everything is just blank. So, guys, I would actually do more videos regarding interviews and regarding other aspects of, of HR. So do comment on this video, do subscribe, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video.
So I thought I needed. So I thought